I went over to Instagram and YouTube and asked you guys what you wanted to see in my Funko Pop collection. I want to say that we're up to volume 6 now, and it's been really fun. I get to show you parts of my collection that you guys normally wouldn't see. So with that being said, let's start off with request and question number 1. Okay, Shadow Slasher 53 asks, Funko Pops from properties you don't know anything about. Believe it or not, I probably have a good handful of those. Let me see what I can find. So I went through my collection and this is what I found, guys. I came up with these 4 and I'll explain why. First off, guys, I have this out-of-box Sharknado Pop. Yes, I know what Sharknado is, but I really don't know much about like the franchise. I know that there's a bunch of different movies and everything like that, but yeah, I don't really know much about the movie. I just know that this pop's kind of crazy and the fact that the movies are kind of crazy too. This next one, guys, is one of the Drag Queens Pops, and this is Trixie Mattel. This is a part of the $50 Funko Pop Collection Challenge series. The reason I have it is because it's a part of the Pop Drag Queen set. I know what RuPaul's Drag Race like is. I've heard of it before. Have I ever watched the show? No, not really. So for that reason, I'm including it in this little section or this question that somebody asked. All right, Gumby, guys. Yes, I know who Gumby is, but I don't really know much about the show. I don't even know if I've really seen the show. I know some of the characters like Gumby, obviously, and Pokey, I believe, is his horse, but I can't really tell you any like specific episodes or anything. And Space Ghost, I know the characters. I've seen maybe some clips and things like that, but this was definitely before my time. I didn't really watch this show, but I do think the characters are fun, and that's why I have it in my collection. But speaking of some Pops, guys, from properties I know nothing about, I actually have a couple here that are available in my next Whatnot auction. So I'm talking these guys right here from Magic the Gathering. I honestly don't know anything about Magic the Gathering, unfortunately, and I gotta say those names are quite interesting, but I'm hoping somebody knows something about these, because these guys and all of these Pops right here, guys, are available in my next auction next Monday. I hold auctions over on the Whatnot app, guys, which Whatnot is basically like if eBay and Twitch kind of came together. I'm doing live auctions on a bunch of different stuff. Anything collectible from video games to Pokemon cards and even Funko Pops, that's what I like to focus on, and these are all going to be in my next auction. So if you want $15 off, guys, use the link down below. And if you want to bookmark my auction as well, that link will be down below as well. But there gives you a quick sneak peek of what's coming up. Bryce and WWW wants to see some Pixar Pops. Yes, I've got a good amount of those. So as far as Pixar Pops, guys, I know that I have a couple in the background right here, like the ones from Finding Nemo. So you got Bruce, Crush, Nemo, and also Dory. If we slide over here, guys, I have some Pixar Pops up on the shelf. So a lot of these are gonna be from Up, and behind here, I'll have to move these, but there's some Coco ones too. But we got like Carl Fredricksen. We have the Alien, the Pixar Aliens is like some of the Up characters right here. The Carl and Ellie 2-pack, which is honestly one of the best 2-packs in my opinion. And then moving some of these out of the way, guys, you'll see some of the Coco Pops, another one of my favorite Pixar movies. You got like Ernesto de la Cruz, a couple of different Miguel Pops. We also have Hector and another Miguel right there. And I think there's some behind this as well. I've got this VHS cover signed by Mary Gibbs. I think that's how you say her last name. She is the voice actress of Boo way back in the day. And then we got Buzz Lightyear right on top of her. And this is kind of like my mixed section of Pops. I really don't have any rhyme or reason to it, but I know I have a couple of Toy Story that are in here, like Stinky Pete, also the black and white Woody from the Box Lunch exclusive, and then I also have the Pizza Planet truck right there. There's probably a pretty bad glare. And then up here, guys, I have a couple of Pops from Up. I have a Carl that's actually signed by Ed Asner and an original Russell. I would say for the majority, that's probably like most of my Pixar Pops. I think I have a few in storage too. Brian_Con wants to see any Invincible. I think I've only got a couple of them. So as far as Invincible Pops go, guys, I only have 2 in my collection. I have the original Omni-Man and also the Specialty Series exclusive Invincible. But I know that there is Adam Eve is another one that's out there. And also there's a couple other ones. I think there's a Bloody Omni-Man and also like a moment of Invincible and Omni-Man. It's like the Think Mark moment. But these are the 2 that I happen to have in my collection. The 4th curator wants to see some Fundays Pops. Okay, this is pretty cool. Let me grab the ones that I can find. So as far as Fundays go, guys, a lot of them that I have are from Fundays of last year, and then I still have one from Fundays 2 years ago. So I went to both events, guys. I honestly have traded away a good majority of some of the other stuff that I have for other things in my collection, but the ones that I have kept, guys, this one is from the Blacklight Battles Fundays in 2022. The remaining 5 that I have right here, guys, are from Camp Fundays. These were some of my favorites, stayed in my collection for sure. We have the Freddy Funko as Shaggy Blacklight, limited to 750 pieces. S'mores Boy,
like, this is such a random one, but such a cute pop. I love it so much. This one's limited to 3,200 pieces from Camp Fundays. We have Freddy Funko as Spooky Space Kook, limited to 250 pieces. Well, I say that technically it came in the at-home box of fun, so there's more of them out there, but I guess there's only 250 of these boxes that exist. You got Freddy Funko as Ted Lasso. I love Ted Lasso, so this one's really awesome, limited to 850. And then I had to keep my boy Freddy Ranger in the collection, guys, limited to 3,200. That's a great one. But hopefully I make it to Fundays later this month. That would be great, because I definitely add some more to the collection.
What's popping craze asks your top 5 favorite pop digital Funko Pops that I own. Okay, I've got a good amount of them. Let me grab some of my favorites, at least the top 5.
Okay, I brought over a lot of them, guys, so I decided I couldn't decide. I wanted to throw some Freddy Funkos into my top 5, so I made a top 5 separately for Freddy right here. But starting off with just the normal top 5, guys, we have Yosemite Sam from the Looney Tunes collection. Love this one. This was the first ever pop that they made of Yosemite Sam, at least the normal version of him. I think there's one other one that exists, but I gotta say, I love the Looney Tunes. This one's great. Bluto is pretty awesome, guys. I have the original Popeye in my collection, so I thought it was awesome when they came out with this one. Definitely had to have it. Love me some Nickelodeon pops, so Vlad Plasmius, a part of Danny Phantom, was a must-have for sure, and definitely in my top. The Scooby-Doo set is absolutely killer, guys, and the Snow Ghost is probably one of my favorites. And this one, I don't know, it's kind of a little bit of a wild card, I would say, but we have Leon from Elf. I just think the overall design of this guy looks great. I love his sunglasses too, and that they're actually like clear, they're kind of see-through or whatever. But as far as my top 5 for normal, there you go. And then for Freddy Funkos, guys, we'll go through this pretty quick, but probably one of my favorites of all time has to be the slimed Freddy from the Nickelodeon set. He's holding the Choice Award. I mean, come on, that one's great. Invincible Freddy is absolutely epic, guys. I love the fact that you can see straight through his head. Reaper Freddy is awesome too. There's so many cool details on this one, guys. You got all the skulls on the bottom as well. And then these are part of the same set, guys. I think these are great. We have the Freddy Funko. It's like Zombie Pirate and the Zombie Gunslinger, both glow in the dark, and the glows look great on that. So, I mean, top 5 Freddys, these are them. And then the top 5 just regular that I like, I guess these would be it.
Colin Chapman 06, the most obscure characters turned into pops. Okay, I'll give it some thought.
Okay, as far as for me, guys, I would say that these are the most obscure that I have in my collection. Like, I'm not entirely sure why we have a Polaroid camera pop, but it exists, and it's a pop figure. It's kind of weird. Okay, now this one, maybe not quite as weird. I mean, I get it, Jack in the Box. Yeah, Jack, that makes sense, but like Monster Taco, like where exactly did he come from? Last time I checked, I think this is kind of made up. Kind of weird. I guess Lemonhead, it's not as obscure as some other ones, but I mean, like, I don't know. I guess I would have never thought that there'd be a Lemonhead pop, but here we are. The Gelatinous Cube probably wins the prize for the most obscure, but probably like the most cool as far as detail goes. I mean, when you take a look at him, guys, with all the different things, he's got all the different weapons that are inside of the cube. That skull, it looks great, but would I ever expect this as a pop? Probably not. And then over here, guys, we have Bill from Schoolhouse Rock. Would I ever thought this turned into a pop? No, really obscure, really like kind of random character, I guess. I mean, it looks okay as a pop, but I mean, the fact that we have him as a pop figure is just kind of random, I guess.
Bomar _just_ Bomar Funkos you wish to get signed. Okay, I actually have a couple that I have in mind.
As far as pops that I wish that I could get signed, I mean, I can think of a handful for sure. I love my cartoons, so any of the Futurama pops would be great to get signed. And I mean, Simpsons for that matter would be epic as well. I absolutely love The Simpsons. It's one of my favorite cartoons. SpongeBob, I mean, I kind of skipped over this, but any of the characters from SpongeBob would be great. I love getting like sports autographs, so any sports players would be cool. I mean, Ronald Acuna, I'm a big Braves guy, so that would be a great one to get signed for sure. I have some of the Sandlot pops that are up here, guys, above my desk, and I am missing a couple of the different signatures right here from Squints. I think his name is Chance Laparty, if I'm not mistaken. Would be great to get that signed. I mean, it would be great to get Squints and Wendy Peppercorn signed too. I don't think Benny really signs much, but hey, I mean, I think to complete the ones that I have, that would be great to get them. And I honestly think this one would be really fun to get signed as well, guys. You got Timmy, Cosmo, and Wanda. If we could get, you know, the voice actors and actresses of all of these, that would be great. And the creator of the show, Butch Hartman, I think that would look awesome. There's plenty of real estate for all of them to sign, I would say.
Pop Arts 09 wants to see most detailed pops that I have. Okay, I'll take a look around and see what I can find.
So for the most detailed, folks, I ended up going with these four. I thought this had some great detail, at least all these different figures. So I got the Samurai Jack armored chase right here. I mean, come on, that mask is super cool. I love the detail on his helmet. All the different armor that he's wearing looks so good. Cursed Barbossa and the monkey is epic, guys. If we take a closer look, there is some really cool detail. How they did the face, you know, how they're like undead, looks awesome. I love the fact that they even added some really great details on the monkey too. For it being a smaller pop, like, I just love that they were able to do that. Ernesto is a great one too, guys. I love the movie Coco, and the fact that they were able to add just some details to make it even better is really cool. I mean, if we zoom in, guys, you can see that they like sculpted in like his ribs, like skeleton stuff. His like hand is like individually like sculpted, you know, with the different details for the fingers, for, you know, the bone fingers and stuff like that. I mean, come on, this looks great. And then Banjo-Kazooie, guys, definitely a new one, but the detail on this is great. Like, if we look on the back, guys, you even have Kazooie coming out of the backpack like that, and that's a part of the figure that you don't see as often. I think there's more detail on the back than there is the front.
Court Heller wants to see some out-of-box pops. Okay, I got some behind me, some on the shelves. I'll just show them to you.
So as far as out-of-box goes, it's pretty random how I keep my out-of-box stuff. I mean, we can obviously start in the display back here, guys, where I keep some Spider-Man pops out-of-box. Most of these are actually from Into the Spider-Verse. There's a couple that are mixed in here that are different, but I have a little display of out-of-box stuff right here in the middle. These are just some random figures that I like. No rhyme or reason to them, really. You got a nice Mr. Sparkles Homer right there. You got a little alternate universe Zoidberg hiding in the corner back here. Some random Simpsons on this shelf. Ooh, it looks like Homerzilla may have tipped over right there, but these are some out of box ones too. A lot of different mascot pops that are out of box, guys. I added Gritty recently. He's an NHL mascot. I'll have to definitely get more into the NHL mascots because there's an NHL team now in Utah, so I'll definitely be following hockey a little bit more, but there's some more out of box.
Anime Fanboy 9258 over on YouTube wants to see my Looney Tunes. Okay, I've got a shelf dedicated to all my Looney Tunes. There might be a couple scattered throughout, but let me take you around.
So for Looney Tunes, I have a couple of different places where I keep my Looney Tunes pops, guys. I have a couple down here from the NFT set. So you got Yosemite Sam, Roadrunner, and also Foghorn Leghorn. I think I might have one up here as well with the Wile E. Coyote Pop Digital one. I have some of the Space Jam ones up here, guys, and there's actually more behind it. I'm excited for the Space Jam NFT set. I think it's being sent out here pretty soon, so I'll have to find another spot to display them because I'm already full back there. And then right here, guys, is where I keep pretty much all my like red box ones, if that makes sense. So, and more of my rare ones too are on this shelf too. So you can see like the Speedy Gonzalez, that's limited to 3,500 pieces. Pepe Le Pew, Original Wily, the Super Daffy. We also have Taz, Sylvester, Roadrunner, the Pete Puma limited to 1,000, Original Daffy Duck, and also Bugs Bunny. So there gives you a majority of my Looney Tunes. I think there might be another one somewhere else. Yeah, I don't really have room for this guy anywhere to display, but I do also have the Marvin the Martian ride.
And then Mr. Woo for You 5 wants to see some of my rarest Funko chases. Okay, all right. Let me show you a couple.
After doing a little bit of digging and some research, I believe these to be the most rare chases that I have in my collection. So we'll start off with Jose, guys, right on the right here, guys. This is part of a set of the 3 Caballeros. The cool part about this, guys, even though the base set is limited to 15,000, there are 2 different chases. So we've got Jose that's limited to 1,250 and also Panchito that's limited to 1,250. And if I'm not mistaken, this is the second most rare Funko Soda that I have, next to this guy right here. This is the Webley Aqua Sox mascot right here, guys. So when they made this was limited to 4,000 pieces, as you can see on the can back there. But with the chase for the soda, there was only 650 of them made. I went to that game, guys, and was able to get one of these. So by far, this has to be the most rare chase in my collection.
All right, folks, that is going to do it for volume 6 of things you wanted to see in my Funko Pop collection. Let me know in the comment section below if there's anything you want me to show off for the next episode. And be sure to subscribe as well so you don't miss out on any future videos like this one here. Thank you guys so much for watching again. You guys are awesome and the best. Like always, remember to be kind of one another. Always promote positivity. I will see you in the next video. Catch you guys later.